Hey guys, Poppy here, and today is going to be like part 2 to my life story. This time it's going to be verbal. It's going to have a little bit more detail. It's kind of upsetting, but I hope y'all enjoy it. And if so, subscribe, comment down below, and hit that like button. See y'all at the end. Well, where do I start? I'm 17 years old. My name is Jessica. I was born June 18th, 2001 in Burns Hospital in Leesville. I've lived in Anacoco for most of my life. I grew up with my mom, dad, and my grandparents. I had a pretty rough life. It sucked. When I was little, my mom was an alcoholic, and she used to abuse me. My dad did drugs, and he used to abuse me as well. I hated it. I couldn't do anything because I was so little, but I remember it so vividly. How my mom used to whack me upside the head just for something that I didn't even do, and how my dad used to hit me, leave bruises on me. This continued for a while, and the only person I could really trust was my grandma and my grandpa. They showed me love. They showed me what love should be. They helped me through some rough times in my life. When I was in the 6th grade in Anacoco, I was in the computer lab doing some work, and this is when my grandfather was really sick, and he was in a nursing home right now because we couldn't take care of him. One of my friends said, hey, she just called out to get checked out, and I kind of had a hunch of what it was. But I didn't want it to be true at all. I was scared to go up there because I knew what was going on. I knew because I didn't call in sick that day. My mom wasn't going anywhere in specific. My dad wasn't going anywhere. So I get out there to the vehicle. My mom was already crying. And then she told me what happened. After she told me that, let's just say I broke in half, literally. My heart just sank. I freaked out crying. Mr. Dada actually had to come out there and help my mom with me, because I was just so freaking like crying, beating on things. I fell to the ground. And out there in Anacoco, their parking lot, so-called, was full of rocks, and I actually had a few rocks in my knee. My boyfriend's just eating popcorn. But, yeah, my grandfather passed away, and this is when my depression starts. My anxiety kicks up too, and I started doing unthinkable things, unchangeable things now. I started hurting myself. I tried to kill myself because I knew that means I had to deal with my parents. I could not do anything about it. I was just lost. It was hard, but eventually my dad got better. He got off the drugs, he got better, but my mom got worse. She just couldn't put down the alcohol. She couldn't do it. She just couldn't do it. And it was to the point to where my parents split up for a little while and they got back together. But my dad just said, I ain't taking this fucking shit anymore, and they split up. They got back together because of me, because, you know, that's my dad. I missed my dad. I had to go with my mom. And there's been times where I literally said, I hate her. I didn't want her to be my mom. Or why was I born in this family? Why me? Why do I have to deal with this? Why? That's all I was asking for in life. Why? The thing is, when I was younger, until I was about 9 years old, I didn't know who God was. I did not know anything about heaven or hell. Like, you know, Tom and Jerry, as Tom, like, you know, sometimes when Tom's falling, like, he's doing that weird thing. Like, you know, he's praying. I didn't know what that was. I thought he was talking to himself. Until I realized, I'm like, oh, wow, he's praying. When I went to church for the first time and I loved it, I knew who God was at that time. And people told me that if you ever need to talk to anyone, talk to him. Well, I did, and when I was 12, he took my grandfather away, and I lost trust for him. I still believed in him, but I just said, I can't trust you. You took somebody I loved away from me, and my pastor held the funeral services. Thing was, you know, everybody else was crying but me. I was trying to be the strong one because I didn't want none of my family to really see me break down crying. But for some reason, it was them playing taps and him getting lowered to the ground. That's when I realized, like, I'm not going to see him for a while. I'm not going to be in his lap anymore playing computer games. I'm not going to his house anymore. Or anything. I wasn't going to see him anymore. I know I lost him. And it still hurts. Anytime that day in October rolls around, I don't go to school usually. Because I'm just depressed and I just don't want to go. It took a while for my mom to get better. Yeah. A few years ago, I went horseback riding with one of my friends, and I shattered my right arm. The doctor said, you're lucky if you could keep this arm. He told me that they might have to amputate it. And I got hella scared. Like, hella fucking scared. I was just like, oh hell no, I am not doing that. So they looked at my mom and dad saying, like, you know, she could possibly lose her right arm. And I'm just like, even though I was on morphine, I knew what they were saying. I was like, what, 12, 13? I looked at them and I'm like, I ain't losing my damn arm. I use this arm on an everyday basis. And they were like, well, we could do surgery. We could try surgery. And they did the surgery and came out successful. And that's good, right? Yay. Who cares about that, right? Surgeries and stuff. But, yeah. Let's just say that we got kicked out of the house. We had to go live with my cousins and stuff. My life sucks. It still sucks. I'm living on a day-to-day basis, just a sucky life.
Hey. You think life sucks here?
I'd rather live here than with my damn parents. My mom's in jail. Yeah, she abused me. I'll tell y'all about that here in a minute. But, there was one day where me and my mom got into an argument, and my dad got really pissed. Like, he got super pissed, like rage. So he took me by my left arm and dragged me into the room. And threw me, I was about 120 pounds back then, and threw me on a bed. full force on my right arm. I actually had to go back to the hospital the next day and get x-rays done because it was hurting. Turns out he actually moved the screws and shit in there. I don't have them anymore. Those got removed. But, and they noticed bruises and shit on my leg. And, of course, I lied saying I fell. But they noticed they were lashes because he hit me with a belt. And not a belt like this. This was a damn leather belt. At least a good 6 times. I was crying. I was scared. I'm still scared of him to this day. He's left a lot of marks on me. My mom left a lot of knots in my head. My life freaking sucks. Let's just say here about 2 years ago, I moved to DeRidder. You know, moved to DeRidder, new town, new life, new me, right? Right? No. The bullying kind of followed me and stuff. And again, it's a day-to-day, daily challenge for me. And went to South Beauregard. I had a couple boyfriends there, and they ruined my life even more. And went to DeRidder. I had an okay boyfriend for a little while, but we broke up. And then I met somebody that I think I'm going to spend the rest of my life with. He's actually sitting right here with me right now. He's been in a couple of my videos. And I'm really hoping my life does get better. And if you ever have that urge to take a knife and slit your wrist, or take a gun and put it to your head, get help. Talk to someone that you trust. And I really, really just don't do it. Trust me, I tried like 3 times. I've tried hanging myself, overdosing, and slitting my wrist. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Subscribe, comment, and smash that like button. I love y'all so, so much. I'm trying so hard not to cry right now. And I will see y'all in the next video. Bye!